Gaffer, another really positive result on Tuesday night. Coming into that batch of 3 away games, I mean, you couldn't have asked for much more.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought we were really, really good the other night. I think obviously a game of two halves. I thought we were excellent on the ball first half. I thought we dominated the game pretty much. We're not creating loads, but I think we had the better of the chances. I thought we were really good, especially going to a team who were fighting for third place in the league. To go and have that much control in the game was excellent. And you can see at half time they're making three changes. I think half an hour in there, goalkeeper's down and they're slightly changing system and stuff. So and then second half it was just pure grit, determination. We probably sunk a little bit too deep, and that's not from my doing, or I've been in them situations as a player before. If I'm a defender, I'm saying to my midfielder, get in here and protect me. If I'm a wide centre half, I'll wing back to get in and protect me, because you're in kind of protective mode. Probably didn't keep the ball as well as we'd probably like second half. That's why we gave the ball back under pressure again, etc. So we had to be a little bit better with there. But you know, Farms was outstanding. Naz, Kyle, Foles, you go for the whole team. We defended really, really well when we needed to. Got the luck when we needed to as well. You know, I'm not gonna lie in terms of we didn't have luck. We did at the time, but I thought we earned that luck with how hard we worked, how good we've been playing lately, and the lads thoroughly deserved it in the end.
When you came in, you inherited a team which had quite a disappointing away record. Does that feel like those days are, fully behind us now?
Yeah, a little bit. Like you're unbeaten in 4. We've gone Notts County and Port Vale, who was both 4th at the time and won. Gone to been more than away. We're 4th, can get into 3rd, and drew and could have won the game as well. Obviously could have lost it at the end, but an amazing comeback. Obviously the Morecambe game, strange game where we could have won 4-5. 6-0, let alone conceded 2 sloppy goals, but then we had chances to go and win the game in the end. So I think after the Crewe game, Cheltenham game, to come back 4 unbeaten from that, he's excellent. I'd love to know my record away from home the last few years, because I've for some reason done really well away from home, and it's continued that here a little bit, apart from obviously the first few games, but I think the shape off the ball has been excellent away from home. We've just seemed to grow in confidence as well away from home. That sort of grit and determination, that good in both boxes, bodies on the line when we needed to, that kind of heart desire to keep the ball out of the net. He's from back to front. That's not just the back players. That's from the forward players as well. Connor and Mill the other night, Prez, Tyler and Witts as well in previous games have been excellent. So all in all, we've had a really good few weeks away from home, or a good month so to speak, but that's by working hard, that's by our shape, our due diligence of the opposition, etc. And luckily we've got the results to match.
By beating these teams towards the top end of the league, 5 unbeaten now, does it feel like when you're coming into these games now, Barrow being shown that respect, it's a team which people come up against and being feared? Yeah,
absolutely. I think you speak to the last couple of managers we've faced, even though where they are and where we are, they've had massive respect for us in terms of how we've been playing, how much we've improved lately as well, which is a massive compliment for us. And we just have to keep showing it. We just have to keep being ourselves. I thought we've been really good, and we've got better and better. I think everyone can see the improvement. I think the other night, first half, was probably the best we've played on the ball, and then we've had to show a completely different side of our game off the ball second half. So to kind of have that, both ends of the spectrum has been really, really good. But it starts here. It starts at the training ground. I think that's when I first come in. Understandably, this isn't a slight to anyone. Understandably, there's a bit of tension, a bit of nervousness. Lads didn't really look like they were enjoying training, or do you know what I mean? And it took a while to try to get out of that cycle, because it's hard. You end up in a rut, and sometimes it's hard to get out of. So it took us, a while to get smiles on faces, to get them enjoying it, to take that kind of the shackles off, that nervousness off, that fear maybe a little bit as well. And now we're seeing performances where the lads are enjoying working hard. I think that's the main thing, enjoying the results that come at the end of that, enjoying with it, playing with each other, whether you're on the bench, whether you're starting. Players who are coming off the bench are showing what they're capable of. That's why they deserve the chance of the night. That's why, you know, others will deserve their chance Saturday, Tuesday, etc. So it's a good place to be at the moment. But we have to keep working hard. You know, we have to keep building. We have to keep trying to improve. We're nowhere near the finished article. We're nowhere near where we want to be still. But we're going in the right direction, and we're really happy of where we're at, probably from where we were when we first come in.
And of course, looking at the squad, there's been a couple of faces missing the last few weeks. Leo's been out the last couple of weeks, Theo, and obviously Bonzi as well. How are they getting on? Yeah,
unfortunately, Leo, stress fracture, and I heard today that he's possibly getting an operation. So obviously he's gone to Blackburn. It's such a shame because he's a great lad, done really well for us. You know, it's his first loan as well, so he'll come on leaps and bounds with the experience as well. So hopefully he'll come better for it. Unfortunately for us, that means he's not going to be with us again for the rest of the season. Whether that's something we look back on next year, I don't know. I have to see. But he's a fantastic football player and a great lad to have around. Theo and Barnes, who were on the grass today, so to speak, not with the group. So obviously Saturday and possibly Tuesday, probably be too early for them. But touch wood, we see them kind of towards the back end of next week in contention for the MK game. Then the only other one, obviously, Kian come off with an ankle injury on Tuesday. Looked a bad one at the time. He felt it was a bad one at the time. He's gone for a scan today, so you know we're not expecting the best of news, but you never know with these type of things. It might just be you know, a minor one, and he could be back in a couple of weeks, or he could be, you know, out for 6, 7, 8 weeks. So we're unsure on that. You know, hopefully not, because he's been fantastic for us. I think even the other night the game changed slightly when he went off, just because it wasn't a like for like change, so to speak. So we had to try and play a different way. You know, no disrespect to MJ, you know, he's played at the back and he's kind of a defensive midfielder, so to speak. So we had to change slightly. So that probably affected us a little bit more than we probably thought. You know, so but fingers crossed for Kian, it's not a bad one.
And looking at this weekend, Chesterfield coming to Hull Street, they've still got a lot to play for, potential playoffs. Another big game.
Yeah, I love Cookie. I love their coaching staff. They're a fantastic team. We had some good games against them last year when I was at Solihull. They run the league, obviously, but we had some we had two really good games. They're a fantastic team. They score a lot of goals. They're expansive. They got really good forward players. Really good bench. I've seen the bench the other day, which is frightening. So we know we have to be at our it's a different test as well from what we've had recently. They play about 4-2-3-1, quite expansive. Good wingers, good attacking players. Defensive, they've been sound as well this season. So we know it's going to be a really tough game. They're I think 4 unbeaten, so they're pretty much like us in their recent form. But we go into the game full of belief of what we've done previously in the last few weeks. Every player now wants to probably play. Every player wants to be in that starting 11, which is a nice problem to have. And really looking forward to a game, and back at home as well. Seems like we've been away for ages. We haven't been at home for a while, so we've had good results in that time. So it's nice to go back to Hull Street, you know, full of confidence, and hopefully we can put a performance in front of our fans.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate.